Hi, good morning, everyone. I have my visual here again today, so if you see me looking off to the side, that's what that's all about. We were just having a good laugh about my crazy dogs. If you've been in class with me before, you've heard a lot of them, but laughter is good medicine. Good medicine. Hi, Anne Marie. I am just getting used to, well, kind of sort of getting used to this, and I will try to scroll a little bit and read your comments and do my best to interact. We'll give it about 30 more seconds while you get comfortable, and then we'll get started. Kind of take a look around your space. Make sure you have room to move. Make sure you're not going to run into furniture or anything. Be safe in your space. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sharon. All right, let's get started. So, in the name of change, let's stand at the top of our mat. And am I getting groans? Always with a purpose, always with a purpose. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Let it out, guys. Good. So from the top of your mat, let's take a focus down to the feet. So in your mind, your eyes can be closed if you'd like, but in your mind, bring your attention all the way down to your feet. Move around a little bit and just kind of notice your feet. Maybe you're going to sway a little bit side to side. Maybe you're going to march a little bit. Maybe stillness is what you need, but just notice your feet. And while you're playing a little bit, I did an exercise through a Zoom meet just yesterday where we laid down, and our direction was to start with the feet and move to the head in a particular scan. And yesterday, in that moment, I did not even know that my feet existed. I had another person on the call say, "Hey, feet." And I went, "Oh yeah, feet." So let's start there. Hi, everyone. See more people joining. So now bringing your feet right under the hips, standing up nice and tall. So there's a little bit of space between your feet. Give the knees a little bit of a bend and access a little bit of pressure. Okay, access a little bit of pressure, whatever that feels like to you, in the soles of the feet. And then evenly distribute that weight in your feet. Hi, Michelle. Give a little bend to the knees and then begin to straighten the knees. As you straighten the knees, bring the attention from the feet up the ankles, the low legs, the upper legs, around the hips, the side bodies, the front and back torso. Keep climbing up, cascading attention across the shoulders, down the arms to the fingers, back up around the throat, and finally the head, the face, and the very crown. Just acknowledging that your body exists as it is in this moment. And then take a full breath in and a very long breath out. Best you can. Whatever's available. full breath in. And a beautiful long exhale. Beautiful. I'm going to continue with practice the pause, deepen the breath, and adding on to that, what you practice becomes stronger. So this sensation that we worked with a moment ago in your feet can be an anchor for you. It can be a space where when the thinking mind travels off, that you can continue to return to. Your breath, the inhale and the exhale, can also be an anchor. Please choose one thing. Yes, it can change throughout your practice, but choose one thing that really, really feels resonant with you to keep coming back, to being here on your mat, in your space, with your body. Take a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up and over the head. Nice, tall, long arms. And just pause here for a moment, reaching up through the fingers. Nice, vibrant fingers. And then soften through the shoulders. Okay. Breath in. Release the hands down behind the back. Good. Interlace the fingers. Still staying behind the back, but bring the palms together. So that might mean bending the elbows. Breath in. Breath out. Soften through those shoulders. Soften through the throat. Beautiful. On your next inhale, sweep the arms back up. Drop the left arm down by the side and reach up through the right fingertips. Beautiful. Hinge over. Nice. Come up through center. Both arms extend. Drop the right arm down by your side. Lift up. Still anchoring down through your feet. Anchoring with breath as you hinge over. Beautiful. Come back through center. Both arms extend up. This time forward fold. So you're going to hinge over the legs. Give the knees as much bend as needed here. And then start to take your feet wide. So they step either to the edges of your mat or maybe even off the mat. Nice, good bend in the knees. Keep it soft. Just allow yourself to be in this shape. This might be something familiar to you, unfamiliar to you. The background that you're seeing right here might be unfamiliar to you. It happens to be balance, yoga. I was treated to be able to record here in this beautiful space. Take a full breath in and a long breath out, and bring a little bit of motion. Now, maybe the hips are going to move a little bit side to side. Just feel into what is your body asking for this morning. Hi, Deb. Good, and then come to stillness. Walk the feet back under the hips. Give the knees as much bend as you need. Inhale through halfway lift. Nice long spine there. Beautiful. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up. So standing tall, rise tall. Feel through the anchoring of those feet as the arms extend up. Exhale and release, forward fold. I'm going to do that again. Inhale halfway. It's bringing your body halfway up the mat. Beautiful. Halfway up your legs. Exhale and fold down. Rise all the way up. Reaching up through the fingertips as you're grounding down through those feet. and release down. Hands come to the mat once again. This time step back. So hands are on the mat and the feet are going towards the back of the mat. Tailbone lifted up nice and high. So this upside down V. Hi there. Sorry. You're good. You want to join? We just have more and more people loving yoga. So in this upside down V shape here, also known as down dog, take a full breath in and a long breath out. Love you. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the heels up. And exhale, release them down. It's nice seeing familiar faces we haven't had contact with. Inhale, lift those heels up. Exhale and release them down. Start to walk your feet up to your hands. Nice and easy. Go slow. Go slow. Who knows what your body feels like in this moment but you? So just honor that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Just one time. Rise up. Come through heart center. Plant the hands. Step back to that down dog shape again. That upside down V shape. Good. Hands really engaged with the mat. Feet still a possibility of maybe that's your anchor. How are your feet feeling now? There's only part of your feet possibly on the mat. Those heels might not be reaching down. I know mine never do. The hands may be assisting you in anchoring. Just keep bringing your attention back to something that keeps you here. Beautiful. Now slowly begin to bend the knees. We're going to come down into child's pose. So bend the knees all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Knees can stay parallel or come wide. Either way, you choose. You choose. Arms extended out front. Spine nice and long. Allow yourself to notice whatever shows up for you right here. This was my absolute favorite space to go to every single time I practiced yoga in the very beginning. I don't go to this shape probably as often as I need to, but it definitely served a purpose then. It allowed me, in my experience, to bring it down a lot. Take a full breath in and a long breath out and come up to hands and knees, please. So as you're gliding up, notice the shoulders begin to stack over the wrists. Spread those fingers nice and wide. You've got that connection. You've got that good connection with your palm. Good. Knees right under the hips. And explore, just for a breath or so, explore toes tucked or untucked. So that, I don't know if I'm back far enough. Yes, I have my socks on still, I'm not practicing. My toes either tucked under so that the heels are lifted high or the tops of the foot down on the earth. Explore how each of those shapes supports you. When you've landed, take a full breath in and a full breath out. And on your next inhale, start to release the belly down towards the mat. Heart opens, gaze comes up. Good. Exhale, reverses this direction, rounding up and through the spine. Push away from the mat a little. Good. Also known as cat-cow, cow-cat, however you want to say it. Continue that motion, belly coming down. Breath filling the body. Exhale and round. Beautiful. Go through about 2 more rounds. Inhale, dropping the belly down. Heart opens, really noticing your breath or the parts of you that are connected to your mat. Keep coming back to your anchor repeatedly, repeatedly, until this becomes so familiar to you that it possibly becomes easier. What you practice becomes stronger. You're like, oh, I know this, I've created this space. Beautiful. And your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. That space halfway in between. Good, get nice and long. Let it go. Bring the toes back to the back of your mat. Again, we're going to come back to down dog. So upside down V, hands near the top of your mat. Legs nice and straight. Take a full breath in, a full breath out, and walk your feet to your hands. Good. When you reach the top, inhale, bring your hands up halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise to standing. Stay standing. Soften the shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up through the whole spine, through the torso, get long. And as you exhale, sit the hips back into chair pose. Hi, Courtney in Brooklyn. Full breath in. Stay right here. Long breath out. Hi, Jason, Elaine. Look at all of you. Breath in, breath out. Forward fold. Hands come back down to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands. So the hands are now going to connect down to the mat. We're going to come back to an upper push-up or a plank pose. So hands, wrists under the shoulders, feet to the back of your mat, your body in a long plane. Good. Heels over the balls of the foot. Now you can stay here or you can lower the knees, either one. Breath in, breath out. Beautiful, nice and strong. I know it is. I know a lot of you. Take a breath in. We're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Use your exhale. Beautiful. Peel the heart into a little bit of a baby back bend. Untuck those toes. Good. Yeah, the back of the head stays long. Remember that neck stays nice and long. And do that about 2 or 3 more times. Remember that story about foreheads? And you guys in class that day thought I meant the number 4? Yeah, good laughs. After about your 3rd or 4th back bend, bring those hands down by those low ribs. Full breath in. Press up through knees. Now you're landing on your knees. And then shift the hips back to your child's pose with parallel thighs. Beautiful. Inhale, glide forward. So pulling your heart past the upper arm bones into that upper push-up with knees down. Good. Exhale, press it back. Beautiful. Gliding forward. Just going to move 2 or 3 more times. So bringing the heart forward. You're in that knees down variation of upper push-up and then all the way back to the parallel thigh child's pose. Beautiful. One more. Feel the breath. Where's the breath? Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time as you come forward, tuck your toes and lift your hips back up to down dog. Beautiful. Take your gaze forward, your eyes forward. Beautiful. Full breath in. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up to stand tall. Anchor down through those feet. Soften the shoulders. Beautiful. This time drop your right arm down by your side. Left arm reaches up and hinge over. Beautiful. Come through center and switch sides. Opposite arm drops down. The other side reaches up and over. You got Come back through center, both arms up. Where are we going? Yeah, you know. Sit back to chair pose. I'm getting laughs over here. My partner in crime, yeah, she knew where we were going. This time, let's bring the hands to the heart. Good, sit those hips back a little deeper. We're gonna come into a little bit of a gentle twist. Couple things I want you to really tune into are the knees. Keeping the knees parallel. As you move into a twist, it's really common. The body just wants to take path of least resistance. It wants to completely shift with you. Do your best to keep those hips parallel and those knees squared up. We're going to start with bringing the right elbow or the forearm across the thigh. And you're going to across the body over to the left side. Good. And it might be the forearm down and opening up through the heart this way. The opposite hand can be on the back, can be extended. Go ahead and explore. Maybe it's going to stay on the hip. Just rotating this up or back. Beautiful. Breath in. Breath out. Where are your feet? Forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Rise all the way up. I think I need to practice myself. Hands come right back to the heart. Pause for a moment. Just a very brief scan from the toes up to the top of the head. Just checking into where you are now. And being really generous with breath. Really compassionate to everything being held in the body. Letting go of what can be let go of. Beautiful. Sweep those arms up again. Sit the hips back to chair pose. You got it. Hips sitting back down. Maybe challenge yourself a little deeper. Maybe you don't. Tune into that breath. Acknowledge your feet. What you practice becomes stronger. That's your foundation. Bring the hands to the heart if they aren't there already. We're going to take that twist on the other side. Remember, either elbow across the body. Get nice and long through the torso or the forearm. If you really feel like you're rounding, you're doing a lot of rounding, and this space is being compressed, take that variation of opening the arms. Give yourself space to breathe. The opposite hand can land on the hip, shoulder, arm, or find a variation behind the back. So where's the breath? I can't hear you. You've got to trust yourself and breathe. Beautiful. Forward fold. Take your feet wide on your mat again. Knees a little soft. Good. And just release. Whatever that means to you. Keep anchoring back into what is really, really speaking to you as your place to keep returning to for that centering, that presence. And maybe that's the sound of your breath, or maybe that's anchoring down into your feet. Practice the pause, deepen the breath. Beautiful. Walk the feet back under the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands down. We're going to step back to upper push-up again. So once again, the wrists are under the shoulders. You can absolutely stay right here. The heels up and over the balls of the feet and the back of the body on this nice, strong for you plane. Beautiful. Either stay here or bring the knees down to the mat, or bring the entire body down to the mat. We're all going to go through that flow again with the little baby back bends that we did earlier, or hold your plank. Take the variation that's right for you. If I don't throw out there the child's pose option, know that that's always an option. You never need me to direct you there. Beautiful. That little baby back bend, up and down. Feel the breath carry you up, carry you down. Allow that motion to be very rhythmic. Allow, give permission to. Beautiful. Hands at mid-ribs. Take a full breath in. Press up, back through knees. And shift the hips back to the heels. Keep the thighs parallel again. Beautiful. Just a different variation of a child's pose. Also allows us to move. Beautiful. Full breath in. Full breath out. You know, right here, I want to give you that little nudge because you know it feels good on those hips. Those of you that have been in my class, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you can at least remember it. Glide forward. Beautiful. All the way up through the arms. Beautiful. So you're on this little bit of an angle, a knees down variation of plank. Shift back. Do that 2 more times. Inhale to come forward into a knees down variation. Exhale, press it back. Glide forward 1 more time. From here, stay forward, tuck the toes and lift the hips into down dog. From down dog, take your right leg, reach and extend it out behind you. Just feel the length through the backs of the legs. Beautiful, like you're standing towards the back of the room. Good. And then bend the heel towards the glute. So your knee is bent. Lift up the thigh a little higher. Roll open the hip. 3-legged down dog. Roll it open. Beautiful. Stay strong in your hands. Stay strong in your hands. Square up your hips so your knee is going to start looking at the mat. Good. Step right in between your hands. If it doesn't make it there, grab it. Help it. Good. Inhale, rise up. Rise up. So now your shoulders are stacked right over the hips. Hands are arm bones, upper arm bones, right by your ears. Beautiful. Crescent lunge. Float right back down to frame that front foot. Step back to down dog. We're going to stay on the same side. So lifting that right leg up again. Reach back, anchor down through the hands. Heel comes to the glute. Lift that thigh up nice and high. Roll open the hip. Beautiful. Press away. Good. Square up the hips. Look forward and step forward. Inhale, rise up. The back knee can always come down to the earth. Okay, so pause for a moment and just feel your feet. Building in this familiarity of returning to an anchor which you might have chosen as your feet. Beautiful. Another breath in. Bring the hands back down to frame that front foot on either side. Step it back again to down dog. You can either hang out here or go through a flow. So that flow again is coming forward into an upper push-up. Knees up or down. Lowering down to the mat or holding. There's so many variations. Trust yourself. Do the variation that's really, really supportive to you. Inhale, little baby back bend, or maybe this time you're going to straighten your arms and press into the tops of the toes and come into up dog. Just giving you the space here to explore those options. What feels really, really good in your body? What is right for you in this moment? Left leg, once you come back to down dog, that left leg is going to reach back up behind you again. Left leg reaches, bend the knees, the heel comes towards your glute. Good. Thigh lifts up, roll open the hip. Nice little hip stretch. Square up the hips, look forward and step it forward. right between the hands. Help it if you need to. There's also some nice options to sweep the leg around to the side to come into the same space, and then lifting the torso up so the shoulders come over the hips. Good. Back knee up or down, you choose. Up or down. Arms extending up. Take a breath. Let it out. You can always bring the hands to the heart if your shoulders are asking for that variation. One more breath. Release the hands down to frame the front foot. Step it back. Good. Stay right here in down dog. Take a breath. What you practice becomes stronger. Return to your chosen anchor. Beautiful. Left leg again extends behind. Bend the knee. Roll open the hip. Roll it open. Yeah. Nice and long through the torso. Good. Square up the hips. Look forward. Step forward. You got it. Back into that crescent lunge. Feel your feet. Build it up. Taking that little scan, that quick little scan from the feet to the lower legs, to the upper legs, to the torso, drawing in and extending up through the hands. Beautiful. Soften through the face and through the heart. Yeah, bring in a little bit of ease. Whatever that means to you. Come back down. Frame your front foot. Step it back. Hi, I see a few more joined. Hi, Sharon. Full breath in. Long breath out. Notice when your inhale comes into the body, fill up with breath. And as you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up. Pause with hands at heart center. Close your eyes. Bringing your attention to your feet, the lower legs, the upper legs, taking that internal visual, that little check-in, if you will. Where am I now? Bringing awareness to the sensations in the body. How is your body responding to the practice? How is your body responding to this moment? With all the compassion that you can muster up. One more breath in and out. Beautiful. And now your right thigh, you're just going to lift your knee up right in front of you. So just pick up your right foot. That thigh is balancing right in front of you. Beautiful. Gently open it up to the side. We're going to do this about 2 times. Come into the center. Open it up to the side. Back to center. This time as you open, bring the foot, the bottom of the foot, into tree pose. So it's going to connect to your standing leg, either somewhere with maybe toes touching all the way down on the floor, maybe on the low leg, maybe on the upper leg. And then either staying with hands at the heart, or maybe you try bringing them back behind your body. Lots of variations here. And where's the breath? Coming back to your chosen anchor. Maybe it's the feet, the way the feet feel. One being up higher than the other this time. Good. Soften through the throat. Soften through the face. Beautiful. Release your foot down. Release your hands. Shake it out a little. Take a breath. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the halfway lift. Halfway bringing that body up, and the fingertips can come to the shins of the thighs. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way back. This time bring the left thigh up with you. And just feel what it feels like to be a little off balance. You're on one foot. Yeah. And then taking that left knee and exploring, shifting out Drawing back in, draw the low belly in for a little more stability. Out to the side. Bring it back in. Beautiful. This time as you come out to the side, attach the sole of the left foot somewhere to the standing leg. Toes can be all the way down to the floor if you want. Or on the low leg or upper leg. Beautiful. Arm variations are your choice, always. Maybe at the heart. Maybe they're going to extend up this time or come out to cactus arms. And where's the breath? Pausing here. Practice the pause. Deepen the breath. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful. Release everything down. Take your feet wide on your mat again and come into a forward fold. Nice soft knees. Just take a moment for yourself. Allow this to be whatever you need it to be. Encouraging and building in those spaces that are familiar. Coming back, coming back, coming back to yourself. To this moment. Beautiful. Walk the feet back under the hips. A little bend in the knees, plant the hands, step back to an upper push-up or down dog. Maybe you want to hang out in down dog for a little bit, and maybe you want to travel through another flow. Take your variation. If you're moving through a flow, again, coming to either an upper push-up, knees up or down. Maybe you're going to push back into child's pose. Maybe you're going to lower the heart all the way to the floor. Allowing the space to be yours, to discover, to get curious about. What does my body need here? Beautiful. And once you land back in down dog, take another full breath in and a long breath out. Lift the right leg up and behind you. Look forward, step forward. Rise up all the way back to that crescent lunge, shoulders coming up and over the hips. And this time we're going to come into warrior two, which brings the hands forward and back. The right hand looks forward, your gaze looks out over your fingertips, and the back heel comes down so that the back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Bend into that front knee. Now I can't walk around and see if everybody's knees are in check. You know that's my thing. So take a look. Just get familiar with that sensation of this is where my knee needs to be. Knee stacked right over the ankle, not caving in, not falling out. Beautiful. Flip that front palm. Watch those fingers. Stay bending into the front knee as you lift up and reach it back. Get some nice length, lifting up out of the waist. Beautiful. And gently float down. Forearm is going to come to the thigh. Gently, please. Gently, please. Open up through the heart. You got it. That back hand, maybe it's going to land on the hip. Maybe you're going to take it up. Maybe even over the head. Stay bending into that front knee. Make sure the knee stays over the ankle. Beautiful. Take another breath in. Come back to warrior two. Really draw in through the side bodies as you come back up, looking out over your front fingers. Beautiful. On your next breath, come up to crescent lunge. Swivel that back heel up. Good. Float the arms down. Step back to down dog. Beautiful. Let's do the same side again. Beautiful. Lifting up through that right leg. Look forward. Step it forward. Inhale, rise up. Stack the shoulders up over the hips. Feeling into your crescent lunge. Breath in. Stay right here for a breath out. Breath in. Beautiful. On your exhale, come back to warrior two. So you're dropping your back heel down. Good. Looking out over your front fingertips. Good. Stay right here just for a moment. And as if I am taking your back fingertips, pull yourself back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Shoulders over the hips. It's real easy to hang forward in this space. Now, bending into that front knee, flip your front palm and reach it back. You got it. Come back down to side angle again. Beautiful. So side angle, bringing the hand down. Stay bending. Stay bending into your front knee. Good. Feeling into your breath. Noticing when your inhale comes back in. Come back up to crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Lift that back heel up. And sweep the arms up. Beautiful. Hands come down, frame your front foot. Step back, and you choose. Go through or flow. Or take child's pose. Or hang out in down dog. Really make it yours. Make it yours. Breath in and breath out. Building familiar pathways to keep coming back, to create the familiar for yourself. Beautiful. We're on the left side. All right, guys? Left side reaches. Look forward and step it forward. Coming up, stacking shoulders over hips. Crescent lunge again. You got it. Open up into warrior two. Dropping the back heel down. Fingertips. Fingers looking out. Forward and back. Out over the left fingertips. Good. Bending into that front knee, which is right over your ankle. Flip the front palm, sweep back. Get nice and long through the side body. Come down, forearm to thigh. Gently, gently. Yeah, opposite arms extending out. You got it. Full breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Another breath in. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Frame your front foot. Back heel swivels up. Hands come down to frame the front foot. And we're going to step back to down dog. Good. Stay on the left side. We're going to do one more. Lift up that left leg. Reach it behind you. Look forward and step forward. Rising up. Stack shoulders over hips. What does that feel like? Let's pause here for a moment. And with purpose, send your body a little bit off balance. So pulling your body forward a little bit. So keeping your feet right where they are, but just lean forward for the purpose of feeling the sensation of when the shoulders are not in alignment with the hips. And then draw back to the back body and pull it back. Feeling tall here. Beautiful. Full breath in. On your exhale, open up to warrior two on this side. Stay bending into that front knee. Back heel swivels down. Eyes looking out over those left fingertips. Good. Shoulders over hips. Notice. Come forward. Come back. Notice. Beautiful. Flip the front palm and reach it back. Softly coming down to land, forearm to thigh. Keep the knee opening up towards the pinky toe side. Beautiful. Drawing in. Breath in. Breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to crescent lunge. Sweep the back heel up. And then plant the hands forward down. Step back to down dog. Let's come into child's pose. So bring the knees all the way down. You got it. All the way down. Knees can come open or stay parallel. Big toes touch. Maybe the forehead comes down, resting on your hands. Maybe it touches down on your mat. Just take a moment to be still. Practicing the pause. Deepening the breath. Without going deep into story, I personally have experienced a lot of change in the last, let's just focus on the last couple of years. And I've learned that some of those changes are going to make me want to jump up and down and pop open a bottle of champagne, and some of those changes are going to bring me to my knees. But what is familiar to me is my practice of yoga and my building practice of meditation. And that space of familiar are what allows me to navigate the hoorays and the things I would consider not a hooray. But all in all, knowing both, knowing the not so sweet, just gives the sweet that much more joy. Start to transition gently to your back. So from wherever you are, maybe slowly rise up, maybe sweeping the legs around to the side, however you want to get there. Bring your body down all the way to the floor. Knees bent. Keep the soles of the feet on the earth. And here on your back, like we did standing, little visual. You liking that we're on the mat? Little visual with the feet again. Noticing the sensations, the soles of the feet touching the earth. Bringing the attention from the lower legs to the upper legs. Scanning up through the body again. Just staying still just for a moment. And noticing if your body is absolutely saying ah to the stillness, or maybe you really wanted to move more, and this is a challenge to be still. You've finished your internal quiet travel from toes to head. Drop the knees over to the right, just part way. And then over to the left. So like little windshield wipers. Gently. And back to the first side. Nice and easy. Let's create this little sway. Good. And then coming to center, draw your knees in, hug them into your chest. Nice breath in and out. Beautiful. Set just the right foot down onto the earth. Hug the left leg in. Good. We're going to come into a reclined pigeon pose. So your right ankle is going to come up over the knee, crossing over. Just feeling into that space. The foot that's on the floor can stay there or lift up. You choose. Breathing in and breathing out. Embracing all of the changes. Just noticing how they're showing up in the body. And building your familiar. And another breath. Take both legs and stretch them up to the sky. So parallel, feet looking up at the ceiling. Whole back body still connected to the earth. Allow your arms to fall wherever they need to fall. Beautiful. Now rebend the knees. We'll take that reclined pigeon pose on the other side. So opposite ankle crosses over to the opposite thigh. Good. And for me, I've said it before, my ankle's a little bony and it's a little uncomfortable. So of course, it's absolutely fine to use the edge of your foot or come a little bit off the ankle. Direct contact doesn't feel very well to me. The foot that's on the floor can stay there or lift up and draw in towards the body. And maybe you even thread your hands through and hold the back of the thigh. Just find your variation. Find the space that's really, really working for you. And then uncross here. And for just a moment, not quite Shavasana yet, extend your whole body down on the mat. So legs are going to extend out one way, arms extending the other way, reaching up, point your toes, extend through the fingers. Give yourself this active lengthening. Active lengthening. You might even notice your low back arch a little bit off the floor. You might notice the thighs tighten up. Just different things that may show up. Breath in and breath out. Ease in the body. Let go of the active and become soft, passive. Just for a moment. Now walking your feet, both feet, keep your body long, but walk both feet to the right bottom corner of your mat. And both hands to the right upper. So you're creating a little bit of a bend, a little bit of a lengthening through the side body. Like a crescent moon. And then walking to through center over to the other side. I think the moon, the actual moon out there was a crescent the other day, if I recall correctly. It's very pretty. Breath in, breath out. Bringing your body center. So you're in a complete line. Arms come down by your sides. You can absolutely at this point fall right into stillness, right into your final resting pose of the practice, Shavasana. If you'd really like a couple more twists, go ahead and draw the right knee into the chest. Cross it over to the left side of the body. Left arm extends out, maybe the eyes look in that direction. Coming back through center. Twist on the other side. Same thing. Other knee pulls in. Trust yourself here. Cross it over the body. Really breathe into whatever's showing up for you. Take some deeper breaths. You got it. We're almost there. Come through center. Extend your body out onto the floor. Coming into that long, lengthening, active stretch again. So pointing the toes firmly, reaching through the fingertips firmly, engaging on this inhale. And then as you exhale, let the body melt into the floor. Just melt. The hands are going to either fall down by your sides or maybe rest on your belly or your heart. The feet have the opportunity to just fall, to be in the space that they have chosen to be in. Bringing in that ease. Letting the side bodies expand with a little bit of breath and sigh out to allow yourself to really melt into the floor. Back body touches down. And even though your feet aren't fully connected, just the back parts, the heels, the backs of the legs, unless your knees are bent, of course. Bring your attention for a moment back to your feet and just notice them. It's the beginning of your foundation, the beginning of the place that we build up from. So allow yourself to become really familiar with what you consider to be your base. And then soften the eyes. Soften the belly. Coming back to your anchor. Breath. The sensation of the breath moving in and out of the body. The sound of the breath. The sensation of the body against the floor. What you practice becomes stronger. Those familiar pathways that you are having the opportunity to create. You'll get stronger and stronger the more you allow yourself to return. Stay right here on the floor, if that's where you've landed. Just allow yourself to be still. We're going to close right here on the floor. Either bringing your mind's attention to your heart space or landing your hands on top of your heart. Acknowledge this space. Acknowledge this truth of you. Allowing all the goodness that is you. And we close. Embracing peace, embracing love, embracing gratitude. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.